No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today I'm in here with a white boy who's been taking the internet by storm. I know you've seen him on your algorithm. Jayy Wick is in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you for having me, bro.
No, I'm excited, man. I've been seeing the growth. I was going through your YouTube channels and everything, watching like the older stuff, and it feels like you really got it together over the past like year or so.
Definitely.
The music has gotten so much better. It's kind of crazy.
So yeah, I appreciate it. It's always been, a dream and a hobby and kind of, but like as far as taking it serious, it's really like the past 6 months has been crazy.
Really, yeah. That's one thing I kind of noticed is that you were talking about, I don't give a I'll work a regular job. Like in your older music, I don't give a fuck about a label, etc. Like you've kind of made it clear that you're like more concerned with like being yourself and standing on who you are rather than just like mindlessly chasing success.
For sure, yeah. And he, like shout out Empire. Even the label knows that. Like they be on my ass. Like we f with Wick because like we know the music and shit, like the talent that Wick has. But like one thing about him is, motherfucker gonna do like damn near what the fuck he like. He's him,
right?
Unapologetically. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean like the game these days seems like it really is about authenticity. Like people just don't chase hits like the way they did 10, 20 years ago.
That gimmick shit's dried up, bro. That shit's dried up.
Definitely. So okay, tell us a little bit about where you're from and your upbringing and everything.
So I was born and raised in born in Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Okay.
I was a product of the adoption system.
Oh really?
Went through all that shit. My adopted foster parents moved me to Georgia when I was like 5, 6, 7, somewhere around there, and grew up in South Georgia, ever since middle of fucking nowhere, fucking stoplights, hospitals, school. That's about it.
So, would you say you had overall like a good experience with the foster system? Because I've had so many people tell like horror stories about it on the podcast over the years. But
I mean, to be real with you, I was in that aspect, I was blessed, bro. Because like I was put in at 3 days, and I was signed and adopted by 3 years old. So like it was really the first like very beginning of my life. I don't really remember none of that shit, and like by the time I start remembering stuff, I was already like in foster care with the people that ended up adopting me.
Right.
So yeah.
So like, do you still have a real good relationship with your foster parents and everything?
Oh yeah, foster parents, yeah, for sure. So like they my foster parents split up whenever I was 11, but my adopted dad's like shit. That's my pops.
Yeah.
So yeah.
100%. So you moved from Florida to Georgia at what age?
Probably like 6, 7, somewhere around there.
Okay. And so you basically grew up like not near any kind of big cities or anything like that?
Yeah. Where we live, like you got Atlanta.
Yeah.
And like you got if you know about it, you got Macon right up on it. Like other than that, like, everything else country as a motherfucker.
Right, for sure. So like what was your childhood like? Like what kind of stuff were you doing or getting into as a young boy?
I mean, shit, just like anybody from a small town, bro, we just kind of did anything to fucking pass the time, like stupid shit, fun shit, bad shit, really whatever the fuck there was, there's not a whole lot of like extracurricular shit for like the youth to really do where we from. So like it's you either doing what the fuck you're supposed to do or you're getting in trouble. For
sure. Were you in the minority as a white kid?
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, like minority, I ain't gonna in the town as a whole, no, because like, there's a bunch of rednecks and shit like where I'm from too, but like at the exact same point, like where I grew up and like my bus stop and like my neighborhood and shit, like hell yeah. Right. I was one of the only white boys, if not the only white boy.
For sure. Did that toughen you up a little bit? Did you kind of go through the ringer in terms of people giving you a hard time?
It definitely made it motherfucker ain't no hoe. But like shit, that's just growing up, anywhere. Like I was never looked at as the white boy neither. Like, of course, in the very beginning, that's how I was. But as like motherfuckers figured out who I was and like, oh, this is real authentic and like, bro, really just growing up how we growing up. And like, motherfucker, I was accepted pretty well.
But was it pretty obvious to you from an early age, or do you have like a specific memory of when you realized like, oh, those rednecks, that's like the average white guy in this town, and I'm not really on that type of time?
I used to have white people look at me and be like, the white kids and shit at school would be like, but like, you know what color you are, right? you know you're white, right?
Yeah.
Like, you need to act so like, man, like that's the ignorance was always there.
Yeah.
Like I always kind of caught the drift of like, yeah, I'm not really like this group of people, but I'm really not like this guy. I just kind of always did my I've been myself my whole life.
For sure. I feel like it's hard for people to even understand how much shit I took for like listening to Jay-Z when I was in 1996 or whatever. Yeah. Like it was just so not normal. Because in my school, it was like you were like a rocker or you were a rap fan. Right. And it was basically like you couldn't really overlap. Like it was it was totally looked down upon. It was a weird time. When you think about it nowadays, it seems like that's the norm.
Yeah, no, hell yeah. It is kind of cool to like, I like how music is now. Like we all have a very wide music taste.
Right.
Like, even my whole friend group. So.
If you're a rapper and you like talk about how you like rock music or whatever in an interview, people are gonna think that's cool.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, definitely. That's, I don't know, with where we grew up and, you know, the people that I grew up around and the certain friends I did, man, I was introduced to everything, bro. Rap music, country music, rock music. My pops listens to Southern gospel. So I just I've been fascinated with music itself my whole life.
Really? Okay. So what was like the rap music that first kind of captured you or made you like a super fan as a young boy?
I mean, I tell people I feel like I was born in the perfect period. I was born in 2000. So like, I caught the ass end of the really like dope shit that like, you know, you need to know. And then like I caught like I tell people I was like my growing up was like the Eminem, the Lil Wayne, the J. Cole, the Drake, whenever he really started, like all that era, shit, man, all that really, really good, like what we know now is like the right now greats. It's like Philly really what we watched them build. And then I tell people all the time I'm still in a good enough age gap where like, I can relate to all the new young shit that still comes out. So it's like, man, I feel like I was born in like the perfect spot whenever it comes to music. For
sure. And did you know anybody who was rapping when you were young, or you have to kind of figure it all out for yourself? Like
locally?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was like, it was a big local thing. Where like it's an assload of talent where I'm from. It's a whole bunch of small town rappers and folks got real talent down there. So yeah, I was just one of the same people trying to damn near be like the people I saw, you know, in the town or at the bus stop or wherever the fuck it was at, just rapping, just whenever. I'd watch motherfuckers freestyle and shit and then go back to the damn house and watch battle rap videos and try to do my own little bit of research.
If I had asked you when you were 16 who your favorite rapper was, who would you have said?
Lil Wayne. Yeah, that's probably about that. Man, he had the whole, especially where I'm from, man, he had damn near everybody fucked up, whatever. About that whole from like 14, 15 to like damn 18. Yeah, man, he had, hell yeah.
Yeah, nah,
that
facts.
was all that was going on for real.
But okay, like what kind of stuff were you into like during high school and shit? Were you getting into trouble? You running around the streets, or like what kind of kid were you?
I mean, I was doing a lot of shit, bro. Like I ain't gonna say like I was just like all the way in the streets, but like, you know, that was going on too. But like then like, man, I took my ass to school. I was just regular shit, but I was smoking weed or played a couple different sports, just trying shit. But I was really just a regular kid, bro. I was just a white boy that grew up just a cool ass white boy that everybody knew. And shit, that everybody like always knew, like no matter what the fuck I did, wherever we was at, everybody was like, man, like that motherfucker be rapping his ass off free. I'd be in the back of the class making beats. And
really?
Shit.
So even when you were young, that was something you were fucking with a lot.
Yeah, like and do your research. Back home, anybody will tell you, like, yeah, he been doing this rapping shit. He been doing that.
Was there anything about Eminem that kind of affected you? Because I feel like that probably was like the first white rapper for almost everybody from our generation, like that really stood out. Like, was there anything about that made you like, oh, okay, like it is possible?
I mean, really just especially with him, like, and I think the movie, they did a great job, like really laying it out in the movie.
Yeah.
But like showing just like where bruh came from and like, you know, how shitty the situation, like, shit wasn't never fucking, you know, roses and fucking butterflies. So like I was to see that other people that look like yourself, you know, come from a shitty situation and do something that you've dreamed about doing. It's like, okay, yeah, this is really possible.
So you graduated high school?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. And then what did you do afterwards?
I tried to go to college. My folks was on some shit like, you don't want to work no bullshit job, you know, you're not doing what you want to do with music or what you always said you're going to do with music, like you need to go to school. And so I went to school, had just enough GPA where the fucking state and everything would pay for it. And I did like 2.5 semesters in college, figured out that shit wasn't for me, dropped out and just kind of stayed in the hood. And like, you know, got me a job and just started working. A couple years went by, I had a little boy.
How much was that planned, or how did the?
Nah, I mean, shit, none of it was like on all the baby. None of it was. Hell no. In my head, whenever I got to college, I was like, well, shit, I done made it to college. I thought I would never get here. I'm finna graduate. And,
yeah.
That shit went out the window.
But in terms of becoming a dad, did that like kind of change things a lot?
Oh, for sure. Hell yeah. That's like I was cool with like getting by before I had my little boy.
Right.
You know, as long as shit, the bills paid, I got some weed to smoke. All the little bases is covered. I ain't really tripping, but like once that damn the kid will put a real fire up under your ass. To like, yeah, kind of. That's what really made me get back on this music shit. Was like I'd be at work busting my ass making $600-700 a week, and I'd be talking to myself in my head like, damn man, like you really got the talent to be a rapper, and like you gonna have to tell your little boy like for the rest of your life, I got to go to work because I didn't chase my dreams.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. So what did you taking it more serious look like? Because I mean, it's one thing to be a good rapper, but realistically, it's tough to make it happen if you don't really have a budget or any kind of money to put behind yourself.
Well, I feel like a big part of it is finding people that believe in you. Cause like I didn't have no budget. Like the pork chop sandwich that blew up, that did all that shit. Like I paid. This is my road manager. He also does all my camera work. I paid bro like $200, I think, to pull up on me and come shoot the video. And like we had zero budget. Like we used everything we had around us, and we put together 5 videos. It's about quality, man. You put together a quality song, quality video, and got, you know, especially you got your little small circle of real support where you're from to help kind of boost you up out there. You got a good chance.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, has that kind of always been your approach? Is like, let's do more quality over quantity instead of just flooding the shit. Let's like really find like songs that really make sense and push those.
I mean, here recently, yeah, that's definitely been the game plan. It's it was a lot whenever I was younger, bro. It was just kind of like, I want to do music. So like, you know, okay, I got time to do music this weekend. I can afford to go to the studio. I did a song. Okay, whatever the fuck I got from the studio this weekend, I'm gonna put it on YouTube. I'm gonna drop it however. And so I had to kind of get over that part. But like once I realized like, you put out, like you said, a couple quality songs and stop trying to just force feed some shit. Because I was, my manager came and told me 3-4 years ago whenever we first met, she was like, what's the point of you having 100 songs and don't nobody know one fucking hit single? Like, you don't have one hit single. You don't have one song that everybody's like, oh yeah, that's that guy.
One really good song is way more useful than like a couple hundred whatever songs. Yeah,
I'm sitting here talking to you because of one song.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah,
you feel me? Like you don't know shit about any other music that I've done. I'm sitting here talking to you because of one song.
Because like I go back and I listen to like the older stuff and everything, but it's like when I listen to the older stuff, I'm like, okay, I see this as like the building block that shows me kind of how he got to where he's at now, where he's made songs that really resonate with people.
For sure.
But it's weird too because it's like we grow up looking at rappers like Lil Wayne or Gucci or Jeezy or whoever, who you're used to seeing them put out mixtape after mixtape and just really like flooding the streets. Like once, which is kind of true. Like once you really get in your zone, once you're that good, you can do that. But like if you're really just trying to get people to pay attention to you for the first time, it's kind of like, let's make like the perfect song and just push the fuck out of that.
Fact. And like back then too, like that was the mixtape era.
It was a different era.
That's what the hell they had to do. Like we have the opportunity of viral moments. So like viral moments wasn't a huge thing back then. So like now it ain't shit to put together one good clip with a quality song, do 3 million views, and now a whole bunch of motherfuckers that didn't know you. So I mean, we definitely have a leverage there.
No, that is a really good point. That it's like that was such a different era because in 2007, it was like we were so new to the idea that like a rapper like Lil Wayne could just drop mixtapes. So he blew up so much bigger by just putting out mixtape after mixtape. But this era right now where the world is so flooded with content and it's so hard to get people to pay attention to anything, that having a TikTok or an Instagram reel that goes crazy is like, that's the thing that you really need to be aspiring to, you know?
Oh yeah, we're definitely in that 6 to 10 second era. We're like, everybody's attention span, you got this long to grab them, and then once you grab them, you got this long to keep them. So
it's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Think about it constantly. Yeah. But okay, so did you feel like in those early days or whatever that your fan base, like, was people listening to you on like a local level? Were you getting support from the local community?
I mean, I feel like there was ups and downs. Like I said, everybody always knew that I rapped, but then like as far as like support. You know, support takes a little bit of nudging and a little bit of damn love, and you know, it takes a little while to build real support. So I think it came to the point of like really like once I hit like 18, 19, 20 and was like still going to the studio and still putting shit out, and she introduced me to Boosie one time. I got to sit down and meet up with Boosie, and folks saying that okay, like he's really kind of taking it serious. Then the actual like building blocks for support from my hometown started coming together, and now it's motherfucker can't get online and say something about the white boy from back home without like, man, everybody from back home, like, they own that.
That's gonna be a good feeling.
No, for sure. Cause like, I put so much in my reputation as just me being myself. Like, there's what you see is what you get with me. And so like, to know that like people genuinely support that is, man, that's the best feeling in the world. Definitely.
When's the first time you actually went viral, would you say?
I did the, Lil Baby dropped the Emotionally Scarred. What album was that on? Harder. Okay, yeah, he dropped Emotionally Scarred. I redid the that beat probably like 2 weeks after he dropped the album, and I did like 800,000 views on Facebook.
Oh shit.
Like, yeah, that's like really, cause country shit. Facebook's like a huge thing back then. So like that's that shit that like I was really only ever having traction on Facebook. And then I did, like I said, that shit blew up, and it allowed me to meet my manager, and then she took me to Boosie off of all that, and you know, shit played out how it did.
But that was like many years ago, right?
20, probably like 19.
Right.
For sure.
Damn, so you probably had like some pretty long stretches where you weren't really having anything pop off, where you were starting to doubt yourself and shit. Yeah,
working a real job, like hating my hell yeah, for real.
That is a crazy thing now, is that like people think like, oh, you go viral and then that's just it. But reality is like you could go viral 10 times and then maybe something hits finally that like gets you over that hump of it's not just this little viral moment, and it's like people are actually really listening to the music.
Okay. Yeah, as much as like I said, we do live in the viral moment age, you know, as important as that is, a viral moment's not gonna get, like, it's so easy to go viral now. Like, that's not just what's gonna put you over the top. Like, yeah, that might like shine the spotlight, but you got to really be able to come back to back if you really want to like lock that attention in. Yeah.
And actually, like, once you've kind of gone viral and people are sort of familiar with you, then you all of a sudden have like a new challenge, which is, how do I like really get people to with my music and take it seriously, not just be like a gimmick to them or whatever.
For real. Hell yeah. And I feel like it was even a little harder just being Caucasian, because it's like, it was a whole lot to prove. It's in like, I'm hard, you know I'm hard, but I'm also not no gimmick. Like, you know, this is genuinely like who the fuck I am. And so
definitely. Did you feel like how much do you think that the hair started to impact like the virality of it? Because I feel like that's definitely something that stands out to people, that like it's hard to forget.
It's really became a look, and like it's a look on a good and bad thing. You know, folks from where I'm home, that's kind of how I got my name, because like I had the long ass hair. I was the white boy. I walked around with a big ass gun. So it became like a John Wayne. And then like I had a fucking German Shepherd, bro. It was times that like I'd be going through with my baby mama. I'd be in the hood, nowhere to go with my dog, like big ass just out there. I'd be like, this motherfucker is really John Wick out this motherfucker. And so that shit kind of stuck. And then shit, you know, I get the Jesus comments and shit like that.
Okay, I didn't think of that.
That shit's man, they give me hell with that one. But you know, it's a.
Was there anybody who influenced the hairstyle, or you just like kind of slowly gravitate towards that?
No, I just started growing my shit out, bro. I got to the point where I was just like, I didn't really know what to do with it. I always had a hat on, and I just found like it just got to a point where I never cut it.
Yeah.
And shit.
I mean, if you're young and your hair is strong enough that you can have long hair, for sure, I feel like you should do it. Because by the time you get to your 30s and 40s, it starts seeming a lot less realistic.
Yeah, no, I'm fucking 25, and like already like they be in my comments like, bro, it's about time to go to Turkey. Oh man, you got that rap money.
I got the plug for you if you need it.
Yeah, put me. I'm gonna need that.
Yeah. No, it's crazy cheap.
For real?
Yeah, I didn't have to pay for it, but the guy sitting next to me in the van when we were being transported to the thing is like $2,000. I'm like, $2,000. I'm like, that, and for like really fitting his whole shit up. I'm like, that's an amazing deal, because out here it'd be like 10K plus.
No, for sure. Yeah. We need to go to Turkey. I ain't gonna lie.
No, for sure. Yeah, I got the plug. But okay, so yeah, I don't know. Like what? I feel like you kind of have had a moment recently. Was it the All Flat song, or there was that other song that kind of popped off right before that too, right?
The pork chop sandwich.
Yeah.
Went first.
Okay. And did that just feel like that? I don't know, like that just was like a whole different level. Like, damn, people with this song, and it's different than a lot of the songs that they might have been feeling before that.
And then that's a big part of what it was, especially for me, bro. It's like it was you went and listened to some of the older shit. So like you know, it's totally fucking different. Compared to what I was doing. I'm
listening to the older stuff, and I'm like, wow, he figured out his flow in the newer stuff way better than the stuff that even from like a year ago. Like you just put the pieces of the puzzle together. I was pretty impressed.
And like in a lot of these interviews, bro, I tell people like, I used to get, I ain't gonna say criticized, but like a lot of my folks gave me hell because they was like, bro, like, in a way you make sad music. Like, cause like music really started as like an emotional release for me, and like how to get shit out of my head and shit like that. And so I just kind of always made more like thought out emotional music. And so one of my buddies came to me one day, he was like, bro, you just need to kind of relax with it. Like, have a little bit of fun. And I was like, I never really looked at it from like the having fun aspect. You know, I'm just kind of always, this is how I got my thoughts out. And once I looked at it from like a real having fun aspect, it was like, I just unlocked a whole nother fucking level.
For sure. But the pork chop sandwich though, that's like a normal thing that y'all eat out there? Because I never had one of those.
No, for real, bro.
Sounds amazing.
Bro, you got to come, you be in Atlanta often?
Occasionally. It's been a little bit.
Next time you come to Georgia, bro, you got to come down. I take you good, like real, like fried pork chop sandwich. Hey,
Oh, it's fried?
Fried pork chop sandwich.
Oh, shit.
It's like your pork chop, fried.
Where do you get it at?
Shit, like my people, like at the house. But like, there's a couple restaurants and shit down, like, it's a real thing down there. But like, that shit, like, motherfuckers making that for supper at the crib.
Definitely.
Hell yeah.
So you spend a lot of time in Atlanta now at this point?
Yeah, they got me up there right now. I'm running around. I ain't gonna say they. I kind of took myself up there, but it was one of like, everybody kind of had the idea, like, you know, you're running with the country boy shit, and then like, I think they kind of like, they heard the country boy shit, and they thought they was gonna be able to like throw a cowboy hat on me and some cowboy boots and kind of like run with country boy. And then they started meeting me, and they was like, okay, like this ain't really that.
Right.
This is just like you like a country boy, cause like you from Georgia and shit. And then they was kind of like, you know, you might want to stay down there where you're at and work the country. So then once they met me, and like my whole team's in Atlanta, I was like, you know, it kind of makes sense for me to be in Atlanta, because this is a 2.5 hour drive for me to get to Atlanta, and working with them, I'd be in Atlanta 3-4 times a week.
Yeah, so what, you think that like certain people saw the opportunity of like, oh shit, we could like kind of hit the country market as well as the hip hop market? Is that you?
It's definitely a big. I told whatever I said, I was talking about my deal and everything. I was telling them like, I like money, bro. Like all money ain't good money, you know. But like I'm definitely a believer in like I like money, bro. I'm a hustler, so like if I can do something a little bit different, that's like not changing who I am, but just stepping outside of my comfort zone a little bit to make a little bit of extra money, I'm all for that. How Big X the Plug and Shaboozey and them be like SWAT jump man, like it's a real bag right there.
Yeah.
But I don't want that to become my identity neither. Like I'm me. Like this shit. Like
that's the tricky part. Is like at a certain point, do you put yourself in too many country situations, and it makes it harder for people to like think of you as like a regular rapper. I feel like Big X the Plug is a good example though. He just did like a whole country album.
He does it perfect.
And I don't think his like rap fans give a shit.
No, he does it perfect.
You know, maybe they like it, maybe they don't, but it's not like affecting them in a negative way where they can't listen to his straight rap shit.
No, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I think he's got a real good balance on like who he is. And like that's really all it comes down to, is like knowing like shit, this is who the fuck I am. I just like I said, like whenever you come from that, people hear country and like I feel like a lot of people think horses, cowboy boots, like, you know, it's like we round that shit, but like I'm just motherfucking country's like how I was raised, how I grew up, the mannerisms that I have, the way that I speak, shit like that.
It's also crazy just because country, like musically, is so close to hip hop sometimes now, where like the beats sound weirdly similar, the drums are super similar. It's just kind of like the gulf between the two is not that crazy anymore.
No, not at all, not at all. They definitely made it very easy to mash the genres together damn near. So like, but it's I think it works well, like especially like where I'm like there's a couple songs that, you know, it's like you could have kept, but like a lot of like the big hits where they do like the big country artists and they throw a big string, I think a lot of those hits like they did their fucking thing.
Definitely. Is that something you like listened to a lot as a kid? Was that like something you were just kind of constantly hearing?
Kind of, like I said, bro, I did, like, growing up in South Georgia, like I grew up around an ass lot of country music too. Cause like, you know, my few, I didn't have a bunch of family, but my few direct family that I have and a couple of my friends, like, except for like where I grew up, I did hang out with a couple of white folks too. So like, you know, I would be around their parents and their grandparents, you know, they're listening to old, like Hank Williams, like the old country and shit. So whenever I tell you, I've literally been in the whole mixing pot of all that shit. Whenever it comes to music, I've literally been around it all.
Yeah, that's kind of a crazy thing too, because I'm from the East Coast, but like my mom like kind of just started listening to country at a certain point, and her explanation why was basically like they don't make, like she grew up listening to, you know, classic rock and shit, but she's like they don't make music that really just talks about relationships and like normal shit like that anymore. Like country kind of like hits a chord that she just felt like she wasn't really getting from the type of music that she grew up listening to, so she sort of fell into it. For
sure, and it does to an extent, you know. In a way, that's one of the reasons I don't really f with country music, like, as it maybe my favorite genre. It's because, like, I feel like a lot of country music is the same shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, my girl left me. But then again, you know, motherfuckers say the same shit about rap music.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
So, like, it's all down to damn how you look at it.
Because when I was, like, explaining to my girl why I don't really, like, with listening to the country that much, and I'm realizing as I'm saying shit that it's just purely like what you affiliate or associate yourself with culturally, because it's like as soon as I hear a dude start singing a country song about drinking beer, it just don't really register with me, because to me, I never really thought drinking beer was all that cool. And then I'm like, as I'm saying that, I'm thinking like, okay, but there's a million songs that you love about smoking weed and drinking lean. And it's like, okay, well, like culturally, I just kind of like affiliate myself more with that kind of stuff and think that kind of shit's cool. And same thing, like if you're singing about, you know, driving around in a pickup truck, I don't really got anything against a pickup truck, but it just doesn't really like strike that chord with me.
It's relatable. Yeah. That's a big thing with me, music. And like, that's why a lot of people feel like they have a connection to artists. Because like, you know, music makes shit feel relatable.
Definitely.
You can never meet somebody and hear a song and be like, damn, I feel like I know this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Okay, so where'd the name actually come from? Jayy your government name, or?
Yeah, I mean, so my name is Justin. So I just took the J.
And the John Wick thing, is that kind of where it came from?
Like that, they gave me the Wick thing. So like, I did not. I tell people all the time I did not name myself. Like that's real story.
So that's normal shit where you're from, that you can just walk around with a gun in your hip and it's no big deal.
I mean, like we live in Georgia.
Yeah.
So like, we got open carry. Like, we love guns.
Do you think open carry is good for society?
I feel like I'm a big believer in guns don't kill people. Like, you know, that kind of thing. Like, man, you give a stupid motherfucker a gun and he go to showing his ass. It's not that, like, it's a stupid motherfucker's fault. So, like, I feel like, you know, as society as a whole, like, guns is very big for, like, you know, where we live and shit like that. Like, especially like in the South, man. Everybody grandma got a gun down that bit.
Yeah.
So it's just literally like a way of life. Motherfuckers is used to that. So yeah,
Yeah, like when I'm down in Texas or whatever, it's definitely a feel of people are not gonna fuck around as readily because of the reality of the fact that like probably a large percentage of the people here are strapped. But then I was let down when I went to Nashville and we were going to a lot of different places and there was like no firearms allowed signs in front of everywhere, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's not as chill as you'd think.
That's like insurance purposes. Like, that shit, them bitches everywhere in Atlanta too. You best believe there's some shit in that bitch.
Yeah.
Any mall you go in Atlanta, you're gonna see a sign that say no firearms. And all right.
Yeah. I mean, we've heard plenty of stories that would say otherwise. Exactly. Unless you're gonna metal detect everybody on the way in, which is such a huge pain in the ass. But I have heard them doing that in Atlanta in certain malls and stuff, that you gotta go through metal detectors and shit.
We really don't have no issues walking through nowhere for the most part, you know, but shit. If it's one of them shit and Wick is not going in, we gonna turn around and go back in the car. We're gonna go to South Lake.
So you still just have one kid?
Yeah, I got a little boy.
Okay. And how old now?
2.5.
2.5.
He'll be 3 in September.
Okay. So is that like extra gratifying, just that you're starting to see success musically as a result? Like just the fact that like now you can do things for your kid that you haven't been able to previously, or just knowing that like at some point they're gonna look at your life and be, damn, like my dad actually really did something with the music.
I mean, for sure. That, you know, that's always the goal, is just like, I feel like any parent relates, like, how the fuck am I gonna take care of these kids? What the fuck am I gonna do to really like provide? And my whole thing is like, but like, I watch my pops work a 9 to 5. I watched my dad make like $19,000 a year at one point, and like stood on every fucking bit of business that ever had to be stood on.
Right.
So like for me to know, especially now with like the position that I'm in, man, it's like, you know, I can't be nothing but thankful and give all praise to God for like me being in a position where like I can handle all the business and not really like without really having to lift a finger at this point. So yeah, it's definitely probably really and truly probably the most gratifying thing I've ever done, bro. To really like know that like I'm my biggest critic. You feel me? So to like really be able to pat myself on the back and be like, you did it, but it is a nice feeling.
But did you grow up thinking that a normal 9 to 5 was like a good outcome, or did you look at that as something that you were kind of dreading? Like that would be your backup plan?
I mean, I always knew. I mean, it was definitely a backup plan. Like I always knew that like bills had to be, the landlord want their motherfucking money. And like, you know, I grew up with like, my dad was a real like 9 to 5, like stick to the book type of guy. And then like, I grew up around dope boys and gangsters. So like, you know, as having like the whole mix, what I always knew was like, you got to get some money. But like my pops did instill in me, and like, I done worked the ass load of job. I done did a bunch of shit. Like, so like my pops really instilled in me, like, ain't nothing wrong with going to work. Like if you broke and you ain't got no hustle, or you not in a position where like you can really be hustling, hell yeah, you need to go get a damn job. That shit. But like I in the same time, like I'd be at jobs writing music. I got fired from a job just because I was in my notes writing music so much. So it was like, you know, this job shit is cool. But like I always had that real passion to be like, man, this is not where I'm supposed to be.
For sure. Did you ever, like, being that you kind of grew up around people who are really hustling, like, was there ever times that you look back on where you were like on the verge of maybe like getting fully in the streets, like on some serious level? Or
I mean, like, motherfuckers did what the fuck they've had to do. Like, you know, motherfuckers, like, the bills have always been paid, regardless of what job I was working. Like, so like, I ain't never really, but like, like I said, bro, I'm gonna get me some money. I know that like I have responsibilities, and like a younger me was to a point where like he didn't give a fuck about responsibility.
Right.
So like, you know, I was really like, there was a point where like I was 18, fresh out of high school, shit, sitting on the couch and realized I had folks doing for me and like didn't really care. And so like now, like I know like I got responsibility, I got shit that I got to do. So yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna get the fuck up off my ass.
You always smoked weed since you were super young? Like, do you feel like when you think about it, you were saying you make $600-700 a week. I'm like, damn, that must have been at a certain point. Like, you gotta really conserve if you want to smoke weed on that kind of budget.
No, for sure. It's definitely a budget, and like shit. A lot of shit's just like it came down to points where it was like, hey, like I need you to front me to next week. Like, you know, there's been plenty of those situations, but like, yeah, I've smoked weed like probably. I'm 25, probably like the past 12, 13 years of my life. I probably started like dabbling and smoking weed when I was like 12, 13 years old. Just like whenever, like, 'cause my adopted parents divorced when I was 11, and I stayed with my pop. So like by the time I'm like 11, turning into 12, he kind of like started letting go of the leash a little bit. And, you know, I started walking to the project. Like the apartments that I live was right here. There was an elementary school right here, and then the projects was right down here at the bottom of the hill. So I ain't do nothing but walk down past school, and all my folks and all my friends them live right down the project. So as I get older, he started kind of letting me go, and then it got to, okay, would you come back when the street lights come on? And okay, be back at 10 o'clock. So I was 13 years old out there at 9, waiting on the damn sun to go down the middle of sometimes smoking weed.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's hell yeah, man. It's people ask me all the time, why do you smoke? And like, I feel like there's an ass load of different answers. Like, you know, it's you smoke weed? Like regularly anymore?
every day, all day for 15 years, and I stopped like a month and a half ago or some shit. Yeah, I still fuck with the wax pen a little bit, but yeah. I just stopped like because I smoked blunts and fucking spliffs and shit for so long. Now I got this little guy on me just in case. Yeah. But I don't know. I was just like felt like I really wanted to start taking my health as serious as possible. Like I still smoke a little bit, but I just kind of had to fall back. I don't know.
Yeah, facts. I don't know.
You're young.
Yeah,
keep going. Yeah.
And everybody tells me that, they're like, "Bro, you're young as fuck." But like, I am to the point where like, it's just part of the routine. Like, you know, it's just like I wake up, I brush my teeth, I shower, I roll a blunt.
Yeah.
Just like you eat breakfast, like, and like I feel like a lot of people, you know, that smoke weed, like shit. It'd be days you're like, man, I need to smoke.
Oh yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I mean, I will say though that there are like I just have a lot of memories of my life of like waking up and smoking a blunt and then having to go do something that was like kind of complicated or high pressure, and like when I look back on it, I'm like, why the fuck were you
Why'd you get high for you to do that shit, bro?
like I'm like doing these crazy interviews with these big names and shit. I'm like, why did you face a blunt before you did that? Like you didn't have to do that. That was like, you made that a lot harder than it had to be. But I feel like with the lifestyle of an artist, going in the studio, rapping, making music and shit, that shit is kind of like really lends itself to that, you know?
It does, and like my mind's always been really fast paced. So like whether it's thoughts or whether it's like what do I got to do today, or whether it's like a real like mental health level, it's always been super fast paced for me. So like the weed kind of slow that shit down.
Definitely. You with other drugs or?
Not really. I had whenever I was young, I was on an Adderall prescription, and then I came off of it whenever I was like 16, and then you know whenever I was like 18, 21, I kind of back and forth. I used it for more like when it could benefit me, because like especially like as I really tried to like get into I did a lot of like night shift jobs, and like I'd be working like 4 to 5 hours at a day shift job, catch like 2-3 hours of sleep, go do a night shift job, and then sleep 8 hours.
Really?
And yeah, so like that was I'd take an Adderall like before I went to work, but no, I ain't really.
What kind of night shift jobs?
I did electrical work. I did like So like come in here with all these tiles and like they have the big the light trays and shit. We change out all the lights, do all the fucking motion sensor bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about drinking? You a daily drinker or are you a
really like I'll drink for like social and like I walk around with this big ass bottle of tequila, but I drink 2 like drinks out of it the whole fucking day. Like I'm not really big on like drunkenness and shit like that. But like I mean I'll drink, you know, for the vibe.
Yeah. No, that's what I would say is that like I feel like the challenge with alcohol is that a small amount is really great as like a social lubricant. But you know, if you get drunk as shit, like especially in the music industry when you get me meeting people that are important that you want to make a good impression on, etc. Like I have memories of just geeking off Molly, meeting like super important like music industry people, and when I look back on it, I'm like, damn, they were probably looking at me like such a tweaker.
Like, damn, I was out there.
Yeah,
facts. No, for sure. Yeah, with alcohol, man, it's like you got to know where you are with alcohol and like your limits and shit, because you definitely get past that point, man. Like I don't like people to see because I look like a real jackass. I fuck around and get drunk, man. I'm slapping, falling asleep and shit. Like, I don't like shit like that.
Nah, I feel that for sure. Okay, so you got caught stealing from the store when you were real young?
Hell yeah.
Was that the first time you got in trouble?
Not in trouble. But
the first time the cops came?
Yeah, type shit. Just some young petty shit, bro. And then one of my homeboys and fucked around and took some shit. Then motherfucker tried to take the blame for some shit.
Was that like a reality check, or did, like your parents get pissed off at you for it?
I mean, they definitely was pissed off. It was just petty shit, bro. We ain't give a fuck. I was back doing stupid bullshit. But whenever I tell you there's literally nothing to do where we from, like, absolutely no. We was bad as fuck for no reason, bro. We used to do shit just to see what we could get away with.
Yeah. No, you definitely reached that point, like, because you're a young kid and you think that you're just supposed to follow all the rules, and then somehow it like comes into your mind at a certain point. Like for me, I think I was probably like 11 or 12, where it was like, oh, you can get away with shit. Like I could go to the store and steal shit and get away with it.
Nothing gonna happen.
And nothing's gonna happen. And then I caught the reality check of like, oh no,
something will happen.
Yeah, something will happen eventually. Yeah. What is your adopted dad think about you kind of getting all this notoriety and stuff, and people pay attention to you now? Do you think he gets it?
Yeah, for sure. He's always like I said, he's real like Southern gospel, real Christian, real big into the church. But like at the same time, like shout out to my pops, man. Like he's always known who his son was, and like he's never knocked me for who I was. He never really rode me too hard for it, and it just kind of got to a point where he was like, you know, my son's the white boy to be rapping. And now that this shit's pop, man, he'll call me all the time, and be like, some lady just stopped me in Walmart, told me, you know, oh, you're Jay Wick's dad.
Really?
So yeah, it feels good, bro. It's definitely good. I pulled up on him, I gave him some money, you know.
Oh no.
Just said I'm finna go buy him a car whenever we get back to Georgia. So just being able to do shit like that feels nice.
That's what's up. So yeah, okay. The pork chop sandwich song went viral. Like, how did that kind of play out? Because you did like a hanging mic for a couple of your different songs and stuff. Like, did that really kind of help it go to another level?
That was really like hey, we should actually do this moment.
Yeah.
So it was really my son's birthday, and like we was down there in the country. I looked at my baby mama. I was like, I kind of want to just go to the city, take brother to the city. We took him to the aquarium, shit like that for his birthday, and we had this. I got this nice ass hotel room, balcony, and everything. And I was like, shit, I could really do a little mic drop while I'm up here, because I knew bro lived in the city. And I called him and I was like, bro, just like, what's your schedule like? Let's just do a little mic drop. I got like 3 or 4 songs I want to choose from. Let's just see. And he was like, fuck it, I pull up on you. He pulled up on me at the hotel, and I walked down there to get him, and he's just blaring pork chop sandwich. And like, I haven't sent it to nobody. Like, he's got it, like 2 other people have it. And he just pulls up beating it. And he's smiling. I had to cuss it down. He's like, bro, we need to do this one, bro. And so we walked back upstairs, and I play all the other songs. And he's like, no, we need to do this pork chop sandwich shit. And yeah, we shot the mic drop right on the balcony, and the numbers did good enough on like Facebook and where we put it on YouTube, where I was like, okay, you know, like folks is fucking with this. And so we decided to turn around and shoot a music video like 2 weeks later, and it did, you know, decent with just me putting it on YouTube by itself. And then I had one clip go viral on Instagram, and it went from like 10,000 to like 50,000, like whenever I could check. I was like, oh shit, and it just constantly was going up every 30 minutes.
Definitely. I mean, is it a coincidence that both of the songs that are really taken off are like food titles?
Yeah, I mean,
all flats being a wing reference.
Yeah, I'm not the food guy, bro. I tell people that shit all the time, bro. That's why I'm so ready to drop this project, cause like there's so much other folks gonna see it and be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But we that country shit real though, man. We like to eat, bro. So like, you know, I'm one of them just like, whenever I say shit, if I rap about it, bro, I rap about my real life, like whatever aspect that is, like whether it be food or like what I'm doing that day or whatever. So like whenever you hear shit like that, just know like, man, that's one country ass white boy, man. This motherfucker rapping about flats.
Nah, facts. Do you really like those more though? I feel like I've always been like
my partner a drum guy too.
Yeah.
Hell no, I'm fucking with them flats.
Yeah.
I love them flats.
Really, I need a mix though. Like I'm trying to
like the mix.
I'm trying to kind of bounce back and forth.
Yeah. Be able to,
yeah, if it was all just one, I would be like a little
bored,
bit let down.
Yeah, shit.
Variety of textures, you know.
I flats.
But what kind of sauce do you prefer?
Hot lemon pepper.
Okay.
Yeah, with like lemon pepper sprinkles for sure.
See, that's another thing too, where it's like I kind of crave variety. Like if you can go Wingstop and get like three.
Yeah. What's your like top 3?
Oh shit, I like really, really hot.
For real?
Yeah.
Like the hottest they got on that motherfucker.
It kind of depends though, yeah.
Yeah, maybe 1 up under.
I ordered Thai food recently and it said like 1 through 10. You could pick your spice level.
Yeah.
And I think I picked 5. And this was a serious mistake. Like it was so much hotter than I ever could have imagined. I can't even fathom what 10 would have been like.
An 8 or something. That's false advertisement for a 5.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know. These Thai people, they got fucked up standards for hot. I didn't really expect that. So okay, like did you do a bunch of label meetings and stuff before you landed with Empire, or what was the thought process on that?
Yeah, we did a little bit of running around. I got invited. LVRN reached out. We kind of knew a mutual person, and it was like, yeah, have him come through, and especially like an hour-long meeting, and it turned into like a 6-hour meeting, and we sat in the studio, played an Ass Reloaded unreleased, talked business, and after that meeting, I was really like explaining to my team, you know, all the like who all's messaging me right now on Instagram, and they was like, man, like we really need to go talk to everybody, and so we didn't. I say talk to everybody. There was a bunch more people we could have went and talked to.
Right.
But, we did Miami. We left Miami. We left Atlanta. Went to Miami. Was in Miami for like 3 days. Left Miami. Went straight to California. Was in California for like 2-3 days, and we was getting ready to fly home, and we around and missed our flight. And in the process of us trying to get back to our next flight, my manager was talking to Gazi and everything. Gazi was kind of like. Well, let's figure something out. Like I don't want to go nowhere.
Right.
And we went back, chopped it up, and we definitely figured something out.
Like I don't know 100%, but I feel like Empire, like the appeal is kind of that you have more control, more ownership, versus like some of the other labels might kind of promise you more, but they're also probably going to take a larger share of your income.
Yeah, I mean that's a big thing to me. Like I didn't do nothing but make the music, bro. Like. That was my whole life. It's like I didn't understand the business. I never really known anything about. It's like all the meetings and shit. I was just kind of there, and then it got to a point where like I started kind of like peeping out. Like, okay, this is how it works. And then once I realized how like Gazi's got it structured over there and how Empire is like set up, I was like, okay, well this makes a lot of sense. Cause like in the eyes of somebody who knows that they want to make some money. Like this makes a lot of sense,
right?
So, yeah, and I feel Gazi in the aspect like he's a hustler, and like Gazi still hands on, like Gazi still love fucking with the music,
right?
So like, that make it way more interesting.
No, 100%. So when you look at like what you're really trying to accomplish musically, like I'm sure you have like giant dreams for the music and everything. Does it feel like hip hop is in a weird place because people like to push this narrative out there that rap is in like a relative low spot historically? Does it feel like that, or does it feel like when the labels are looking at you, they're kind of excited because they haven't necessarily, it's not 2017 again where they're just flooded with new artists every day? I
mean, I'm definitely something new,
like,
you know, to like what the fuck's going on right now, and like I think that's why I get a lot of love. It's because like people be like, boy, like we ain't really seen nothing like this.
Yeah.
But as far as like hip hop being in like a weird spot, man, I feel like as long as this folks making the music and telling their story, like the culture's always gonna be there. Like that shit's stamped, that shit's firm. Like you can't really shake that too much. So like it's just about like the amount of authenticity you have coming through the people that's making the music. Now that's where like shit get a little shaky. Like the hip hop itself's never been an issue. It's the couple people that come in and go to fucking up the narrative.
Yeah,
that's really the issue.
Yeah, it's a wild time too because I feel like so much of it is just the labels not investing as much. Like it feels like a couple years back, the labels were still just dumping money into new artists. So like from somebody like me's perspective, there was always just kind of new artists that labels were building up and like turning them into stars and shit. And it feels like that process just happens way less now. But we also just live in like such a fragmented like information landscape in the sense that there's just so much shit to pay attention to that it's hard for people to become superstars. Whereas like I look at my childhood, it's like all the rappers that I can remember were big names because they all like you just wouldn't know about a rapper unless they had millions of dollars being pumped into them.
Already there. Yeah. Facts. And like, but that comes back to like us living in this viral age where like you really the labels is damn near like you got everything you need. Like motherfucker, if you really talented, you can really put out good music. You got platforms that you can put your shit on. You can build a fan base yourself. Like at this point, they looking for you to do all the groundwork. So like by the time you've really made a name for yourself, then they kind of like, all right, like, let's work together.
Definitely. So your best songs are like are they all like 100% you, or do you ever get any kind of assistance in the studio, or do you just punch in, or you write before you go in there?
No, I just like the process used to be I'd write like because like. The way that my
studio time was scarce.
Exactly. So I had to be able to go in there and do what I had to do. And like it was also like I was working 9 to 5, so like I couldn't go to the studio till Saturday or Sunday, depending on how it was, especially after my little boy. So like Monday through Friday, I'm at work. I'm either writing while I'm at work. I'm trying to find a beat. I might not find a beat till like Wednesday for that week, and then like really like get locked in with a producer, actually get a beat done, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I might be writing I might have 7 days to do one song. But then I got to a point where like my writing process got a little bit quicker and I could have 4 or 5 songs ready by the time I got to the studio. And shit, you get to the studio, 1, 2 take everything, and it's like, okay, I actually made use of this 2 hours in the studio I had to pay for out of my pocket. Rather than I just go into the studio and be like, I'm finna punch in, and then I'd leave, do 2 hours and leave with half a song or one song.
Yeah, definitely. You got to make your money stretch when you're at that stage in the career.
For sure, bro. Especially like I said, it was real 9 to 5 shit. Like I was really like balancing my bill money with the money that I was using for my kid for how the fuck am I going to go to the studio. So like, it really had to stretch.
Nah, facts. So like how quick would you say it takes you to make a song on average?
Shit, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. We're getting to the point where like I'm really figuring out that punching shit now, cause like I tell people all the time, this is kind of like getting to the league. Like whenever you up here, it's like, okay, it's time to perform. Like this is what you want. You want the money, and kind of like I've been thrown in situations where, like I told you, I used sometimes have 5, 6 days to do one song.
Yeah.
These folks will throw you in a room with 20, 30 people, cut a beat on, and be like, hey, make a song.
Yeah. And
so I've kind of had to adjust to that, but my punching in process is getting pretty nice. I'm getting to like, if I'm in a good mode, like 45 minutes to an hour for like, but like I'm also like extremely hard on myself. Some rappers be like, I go in there and I can do a song, I can punch in a song in 15, 20 minutes. And be like, I beat myself up so much, they'll have to come in there and tell me, be like, exactly what you're saying is hard as fuck, just leave it alone.
Right.
And I'd be like, no, I think I can do it a different way.
Yeah, do you have to like intentionally switch up your flow in order to kind of make your song sound different, or does that kind of thing just sort of come naturally?
Sometimes I'd be, once again, bro, I'm my biggest critic. So one time I'd be like, you got to switch it. And then that time they'd be like, bro, the way that you was just vibing, like just natural on that motherfucker is exactly how you need to do it.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like, I've always had that like sense and like feeling whenever it comes to music. Just like, okay, like I've always told people like, I feel like I have a pretty good ear whenever it comes to music as far as like what sounds good and what don't.
For sure. What who's the craziest rapper that's shown up in your DMs? Rapper, celebrity, whatever.
Man, it's been a couple folks that I've been like, damn. My boy Pooh Sheisty's been pretty
that's
tight,
hard.
man, lately. Yeah. Shout out to Atlanta, bro. I've been around T.I. You know, Lucci showed a lot of love. So it's a lot of real, you know, big names. It's like, especially like folks that I looked up to, you know, or listened to when I was younger. So it's just pretty fucking crazy.
Did any of them have like words of wisdom for you, or kind of let you know what they think you should be doing?
I mean, yeah, damn near everybody I talked to has been like, everything's been real genuine, bro. Like from like Lucci giving me advice on like, you know, bro, like just performing and like you're gonna get used to this, to like T.I. giving me real like life advice and like mental health advice and business advice, and motherfuckers telling me like, bro, like I've been doing this shit for this long and I've worked with this many people. Like, bro, you hard as hell. Just to hear shit like that is like really hell yeah. It's just really make you feel like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
When you put out that project, is there gonna be any features on it?
Yeah, I'd probably go 1 or 2. Probably go 1 or 2. We're trying to go pork chop sandwich remix.
Oh yeah.
We're trying to get it locked in on which way we're gonna go.
You're being tight-lipped about who's gonna be on the project?
Probably me and my boy T.I. is probably definitely gonna have one on there.
That's a big look.
That'd be my shit. That's a big feature.
But as soon as you said Pooh Sheisty though too, I was like, man, that'd be fucked up to hear you on a song with him. That could be crazy.
That'd be crazy. I just did the FDO.
Oh, you remix?
Like 2 days or yesterday. Oh, nice. Right as soon as we landed here in California.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's actually kind of crazy. That's like seeming like it's going to be one of the biggest first day out songs ever.
I do know. Yeah, me and my homeboy talk about this shit all the time. And it's like, people give me hell. They're like, Pork Chop Sandwich was the biggest song to end the year. I'd be like, nah, that boy Sheisty dropped and kind of fucked it up. And like, like we said, man, like people have such short attention spans right now.
Yeah.
For him to go 5 minutes is like.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hating on the length of the song to one of my homies at first. I was like, man, it's too long. Like he should have came with like 2 minutes. And then like when I find myself listening to the whole thing and still noticing more bars, I'm like, he knew something with that. Yeah. It's like for some reason that makes it stand out way more.
Real. Like he really did 5 minutes and like motherfuckers will play the whole 5 minutes in the club.
Yeah.
Like, you standing on it rapping the whole song. So my boy did his thing.
There's so many bars that you just kind of need to think about.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah, he's the last of a dying breed, man. There's not as many dudes like him, man.
Yeah, hats off to Brook. That shit crazy.
Yeah, nah, facts. Okay, so I guess I don't know. Like, where do you feel like you're going from here? Like, what's the plan? Like, you got what kind of stuff are you focused on? Just making more music, or just doing promotional shit at this point, or what's the plan?
I mean, to be real with you, bro, I'm just blessed and happy to be here.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of like going with the punches. I'm up two pretty hot singles right now. I'm 2 for 2 the way that I'm striking it, and I really want to perfect this project. Folks is on my ass, like go ahead and drop.
Yeah.
And I'm ready. I be on my team's ass and the label's ass about like how quick can we get this done, but everybody's stressing to me like, you get to drop your first project one time. So, I'm really trying to keep that in the mind, and I really want it to be a body of work that whenever I present it not only represents me well, but it represents all the work that I've been putting in there.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, you definitely have like and it was weird because I would have kind of guessed this just from like seeing you in the videos and stuff, but like you have like a very like cool, chill personality that I feel like people are gonna really want to with you and get behind you. Just like real humble and low key, Yeah,
that's man. I just try to be genuine, bro. I'm big on morals and respect, and like I mean, I treat a motherfucker just how they gonna treat me, and like I just like I said, bro, I'm just blessed to be here. Like I told you, I was just working my ass off 50, 60 hours a week for $600. So like, to be sitting here doing shit like this is crazy.
Nah, for sure. I feel like it's gonna be a big year for you for sure, and
for sure. Yeah,
I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. All right. Anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to put out there to manifest into the universe?
Hey man, I just want continue to say shout out to my team, shout out to God first and foremost for the opportunity, all the blessings, my kid, my family, my pops. My hood, man, shit, free Lil D, free Lil Scar, free RX, free JB. They know I'm on the same shit, bro. Ain't too much else going on.
For sure, man. No, it was great getting to talk, and I'm fully behind you. Whatever you need, just let me know. I feel like it's gonna be a big year, and I feel like rap needs more shit that's gonna spice shit up, and I feel like you definitely seem like you could be a force.
We finna try to shake some shit up for sure.
For sure, Jay.
I appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate you, dog, for real.
Thank you.
Jayy Wick, make sure you tap in on Instagram, YouTube, etc., all social media. This guy's going places. No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Like, comment, and subscribe. We out.
Hell yeah. Yes, sir.